I hope my son is watching this. Hey, son, how's it going, old Winnie? I like to call him Winnie the Pooh, but he doesn't like that. But he insisted on calling himself Winnie instead of Winslow because he doesn't like being like me, the toy man, what with the toys and the mans and the exploding toys. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm the guy who was using a pogo stick to bother Superman. That was me, well, with the pogo stick and the bouncy and the whatnot. Oh, I was very bouncy with the pogo stick. And keep in mind, this was the golden age, so no one ever questioned why the hell Superman never bothered beating the shit out of this crazy old man. He just let him overcome him with a pogo stick. But anyway, that was me, the toy man. And I'm back. Now, when it was first confined that the toy man was coming to Supergirl, what with the episodes and the broadcasts and the streaming on the internets and all of this, when it was first confined, a lot of people were confused why the toy man was nothing like he is in the comic books. The toy man was gonna be this young, heartthrobby looking tween star guy, some kind of friggin' supermodel. Well, now I'm very proud of my boy and whatnot, and he's a very nice man, a nice looking man, but let's face it, maybe not supermodel level of prettiness, but he's pretty up there, way up there to be toy man. But it turns out he's not Toy Man. Nope, he's the son of Toy Man. I'm Toy Man. That's right, you got your middle-aged or sad-looking man who's too old to play with the toys back playing with the toys. Nowadays, it's only okay if you collect them. What with the buying and the selling and the eBay and the Amazons and the trading and the bartering and all of that and the cons and stuff. And I prefer to make all of mine because I'm a toy maker. That's what I do. That's what Toy Man does. So it turns out I'm the real Toy Man. But wait a minute, the last few times a DC TV show has done this sort of thing, where they have this character who we think is gonna be a villain, it turns out no, their father is the villain, or their relative is the villain, and so that means they're superfluous, so they gotta die. It's happened to Malcolm Mylan on Arrow, and it's happened to Eddie Thurn on The Flash. They were both the red herrings for the perspective shows. And it turns out their relatives were the actual characters we thought were from the comic books. Well, that's about to happen here. It's following a pattern, which means that if they follow the pattern completely, oh no, that means my son will die. No, not my son. No. Now I know that what this usually means is that the guy who actually wasn't the red herring is destined to take their place forever. I know that Malcolm Mylan is overstaying his welcome, and he continues to do so on the Arrow. I'm aware of that, but however, I don't think it's worth it. I love my son, because as I said in the episode, my son is basically an extension of me. So why would I let my son die? What with the leaving the body and the going up to heaven or the going up to hell and the dying and the afterlife? No, nah. But then it dawned on me that throughout this episode I kept knocking on the heads of the viewers that I am exactly like him, and I also knocked it on him a bunch of times, which means that that it's very evident that he is a lot like me. So that means that if I die, that means that he'll take my place. What with the parentage and the generations and the passing of the torch, but in this case it's going to be a toy torch, which means he'll have no trouble holding the torch because it's a toy torch. What with the plastic and the warning labels and the screws and the toyness, so that means that he is not going to have to get worried about being burned by the torch. Yes, thank God Almighty. That means my son is safe. Now I know this is not insured. Maybe he will die. I don't know the riders. I mean, I visit the houses sometimes, and I'm like, hey riders, how's it going? I made some dishes for you guys. I made some dishes for you guys. I hope you like it. I hope you like it, riders. Why don't we talk enough, riders? Why don't we talk enough with the talking and the stuff and whatnot? But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the well-being of my son. So I'm just here to say that I am very confident that they'll take very good care of my son, and they're not gonna let him die, at least for 5 seasons. 5 at most. After that, it's all fair game at that point. They can kill him, whatever. Us TV villains are destined to not live that long. But don't you dare don't you dare call me up on one of your fancy cell phones and whatnot. I prefer the walkie-talkie because that's more toy-like. But don't you dare call me up and tell me, hey, wait a minute, toy man. Wait just a minute. What if he does? What if instead of dying or becoming a villain like you, what if he stays a good guy? What if he becomes a toy man superhero type, like a superhero version of the toy man? And to that I say, Patooey, no! That better not happen, or else I'll be turning in my grave, because I know for a fact that whatever happens to him, I'm destined to die. Oh no! I'm confident in my son's well-being, but not my own. Aren't we all like that? I'm destined to freaking die, but at least I know that when I die, he'll take up my legacy. But wait a minute, that means he's gonna have to ugly up, because you can't have a pretty toy man. He's gonna have to get himself some round glasses and maybe get really fat. But then again, I'm not fat, so maybe he doesn't. Maybe at least let his hair grow out. I mean, I know it's not apparently that encourage their sons to let their hair get all messy with the messiness, but keep in mind, I want him to be the toy man. That's the idea of toy man. However, I should keep in mind there's been many different versions of the toy mans in the DC comic book mythos. There's been many different incarnations of the toy man. You got your middle-aged fat guy toy man. That's usually your go-to toy man. But you got other versions of the toy man. You got your jester toy man. But it's not okay to be a jester anymore. Not even Harley Quinn can be a jester anymore. Now she looks like a friggin' prostitute. A prostitute who works at Hooters as a side job. No, that's not for my boy. But hey, I'm a progressive father. I'm a cool dad. If he wants to do that, whatever. But anyway, that's not the only versions of the toy man out there. There's also the Dollface toy man, the version of toy man where he dresses up as a doll. He could be that toy man, but he'd have to be a midget for that. And then you've got other versions of the toy man too. such as the one where he's a little Asian boy. Yes, a little Asian boy. So if my old son does not want to be my version of the Toy Man, then whatever. He can choose any version of the Toy Man he wants, as long as he's continuing that legacy. So sure, why not choose from all those versions of the Toy Man to embody? Sure, why not? You could either get fat and wear glasses, or you can dress up like a jester, or you can replace your human face with a dwarf face, or change your race to Asian. So you got all those possibilities. But if you don't take any of those possibilities, at least they get to live on as Easter eggs. Yes, I'm all about the Easter eggs, because this episode had all kinds of Easter eggs. You had this Easter egg, and you had that Easter egg. You got the Easter egg regarding a toy that looked like the version that's from the animated 90s Superman cartoon. And then you got the version that looks like the version of Toy Man, which is the Jester one from the 70s shitty Justice League Super Friends show. So you got all these Easter eggs in the episode where I used them and I work with them inside of bombs. I'm like the Easter Bunny, except I make my toys inside of my eggs friggin' explode for all the children to die and whatnot. Yeah, I'm the Toy Man. What with the mental illness and the assassinations and the genocide and the mass murdering. Yeah, I hope my boy is watching this. I hope he's not too ashamed. Yeah, who am I kidding? Yeah.